Now a third-party lab will begin testing those hazardous materials that were shipped to Putnam County from that train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb ordered that lab to monitor for dangerous levels of dioxins. So tonight our Logan Gay talked with a former employee of that Indiana landfill getting that contaminated soil and a neighbor living nearby.
When I found out that this is in our back door and that it won't just affect Putnam County, I can't rest until this is stopped.
Rudy Guerrero's applauding Governor Eric Holcomb's new decision to test the hazardous materials Heritage Environmental is trucking in from the Ohio train derailment for dangerous levels of dioxins.
As long as none of this is being paid for by Norfolk Southern and none of this is being paid for by Heritage Environmental, this is a very, very amazing step in the right direction.
He and his family live in Rochdale and attended a town hall Wednesday night, voicing his concerns about dioxins in the hazardous material and the impact the toxic waste can have on the community and surrounding areas for generations.
This impacts multi-generation carcinogenic results as well as infertility. So we're not talking about if one person has dioxin, they're going to have a problem. This literally is passed on.
Jack Waldy, a former internal coordinator for Heritage Environmental, applauds the Putnam County neighbors who came out to voice their concerns at the town hall.
They knew something wasn't right. They couldn't put the finger on it, but they just knew, and they had a good reason to. They weren't being paranoid.
Waldy believes the toxic material shouldn't even be coming here because of the classification and says the real threat is vinyl chloride.
I would have called this a U-listed waste. And the reason for that being so probably divisive is the only way you can get rid of a U-listed waste is by incineration, which is extremely expensive. This is the poster child for a U-listed waste. It has not been used. It was traveling down the road. It was involved in an accident, and it contaminated other materials around it. And it was its original sole active ingredient in the formulation.
Waldy says there is a facility closer to the train crash site that's capable of handling that kind of waste and believes the hazardous material should go there instead.
Now, representatives for Heritage Environmental say this facility is made for situations like this?
Yeah, that's right, Scott. They tell us the contamination levels in the soil are well below what the landfill is equipped to handle and are considered low risk. So the facilities manager says the company also monitors the landfill regularly to ensure there are no leaks.
Yeah, we're going to continue to cover this story closely. Logan, thanks so much. And we're learning more tonight from the investigation into this train derailment. Now, according to the National Transportation Safety Board, that fire melted a key part of the tank cars that were filled with toxic chemicals. The NTSB says investigators found the aluminum covers on the pressure relief valves on 3 of the 5 tank cars carrying vinyl chloride melted. Tonight, federal officials are warning rail car owners to check their fleets for similar flaws. President Joe Biden was asked today about the derailment during a meeting on Capitol Hill today.
I've spoken with every official in Ohio, Democrat and Republican, on a continuous basis, as in Pennsylvania. I laid out a little bit in there what I think the answers are. We put it together, and we will be implementing an awful lot into the legislation here, and I will be doing some.
All 7 of the Class 1 railroads in our country, including Norfolk Southern, are expected to announce voluntary participation in a confidential close call safety reporting system that would allow workers to report safety hazards, including conditions that could lead to a derailment. The CEO of Norfolk Southern is expected to testify before lawmakers next week.